Hey guys, what's happening? Today I just wanted to show how I stuffed my rose hair tarantula's molt and made it look like a real spider again. So she left this molt originally in the corner of her little tank and it was all scrunched up. So I got to it when it was not hardened at all, so it was pretty flexible still and I could move it how I wanted it. You'll see me randomly stick my finger in the middle. That's just because I want to see if it's symmetrical and if I'm doing a good job. Her last molt must have been over like at least 2 or 3 years, so she's pretty old and she doesn't really molt often anymore, so this is pretty a pretty big event for her because she took about maybe 6 months off of food to prepare for this, so it's very unlike her because she's usually a good eater. I'm sorry for this next clip because it just keeps going in and out of focus, so it's really hard to watch. Even now, as I'm reviewing it, it's terrible. But anyway, I took a cotton ball and I just placed it inside of there to see how it would look and make it like something was still in the abdomen. This is actually a day after the first video because I wanted to go back and reform it and stuff it. I was originally just going to leave it not stuffed, but looking back at it, I'm glad I did go back and stuff it. So in the next clip, you'll see, or you won't see, because the abdomen is fully closed. But I did go in and color this cotton ball with a black Sharpie. I don't have a brown one, so I just used a black one. Coloring it was almost nearly impossible because, you know, cotton and Sharpies, it was really difficult. Finally, we got some focus again. So here I'm just closing up the side of the abdomen. I put some super glue in the side and I'm gonna put it on the other side as well. But I just wanted to show how delicate it is and really difficult it can be, because if I move like a certain way, it can just not work. You could see that it broke apart there on the bottom, on the very left corner, but I'm still able to somewhat put it back in place. It's not perfect at all because you could still see a little bit of the opening on the abdomen right now, but it's the best I could do because it's really difficult to stuff this. And that's what the molt looks like. So again, it's not perfect. On the left side you can see a little bit of, I don't know, imperfection. So it's as good as I can get it, really. But that's okay because I did wait a day in between when I did the cotton ball stuffing and not stuffing it, just leaving it as it was. But I'm happy with the result and I hope that I can keep it for many years intact and looking like a real tarantula. Here's a picture where I just wanted to show her fangs and what she looks like from the front end of her. When you see the fangs like this, they don't look that big because I guess her body looks bigger, so they look really small. But when you go to a picture like this, you can actually see that they're roughly about 1 centimeter long. This is the first time I ever measured the fangs because you can't really measure fangs on a living spider. Even the legs are really difficult to measure when they're fully living, so I took a picture like this and measured diagonally across the body and got a length of roughly 13 centimeters if the legs are fully stretched out because they are kind of still bent a little bit. Here's a cool picture I got showing the gender of the spider. So it's pretty much impossible to tell without looking at the molt what gender they are, but here I circled it, but it looks like, to me, it looks like a frog with pointy eyeballs sitting on a hammock. But that's actually the spermathecae, which are only present in females because they are the one collecting the sperm. If this were a male tarantula, that would not be there. It would just be flat without anything at all. Any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'll see you next time.